very interesting insights which I have no scientific proof. The first was that I got a chance to climb because I wanted to climb. For the last several decades, I have been ranting and raving about the Everest, and then an opportunity falls into my lap out of the blue. An expedition is going, do you want to go? I was sent on duty, all expenses paid. The second was that it was as if I was being allowed to climb. Several instances during the climb, when something came up, even in the preparatory phase, as soon as a problem would come up, something would come up to help resolve it, and as if some power is saying that he needs to be allowed to go ahead, he needs to be taken care of. And I have maintained a diary all through, even when I was in camp for 26,000 feet. A couple of days I had missed out for the Everest, for the summit climb, but I came back and climbed it down. Because I realized that whatever is going through my mind that at that point in time, it will be difficult to recollect it fully. I should pen it down as I am in that moment, the way I am feeling right then at that point in time. So the thread of that runs through the entire book. And for the kids here, I realized that somebody who had no prior experience of climbing, not even trained, I did a basic mountaineering course and the opportunity came my way. I think if you bring all your energies to bear or anything that you want, somebody at my age, 44 years, would do this. It actually is eye-opening and also scary. Scary because you feel, what are you not putting your life to? Are you missing something here? Are you letting it slide past you without really making full use of it? So that part is scary. So with these few words, I'll take you through pictures to the top of the summit. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Yeah, good to go there in this heat. So this is how the Nepalese see her. Mountain dwelling people see mountains and goddesses. This is how Nepalese see Mount Everest, called Sagarmatha. The Tibetans, the Chinese have a name for her called Chomulungma, Mother Goddess of the Earth. And this is how she looks like. This is the route up. If you can see, base camp 17,500 feet. The expedition is for 3 months. So we stay 6 weeks at base camp. We do acclimatization climbs up and down till we reach 23,000 feet and come back to base camp and look for a weather window and then go for the summit. So it's not done in one go. It's an iteration of sorts where the body gets acclimatized and eventually you can attempt this. So the last camp is 26,000 feet and this climb from 26,000 to the summit is done in the night, through the night. The journey starts from here. Lukla is a small airport, 40 minutes flight away from Kathmandu, and it's an 8-9 day walk from Lukla to the base camp. There's a mountain along the way. Amma Dabdam, mother's jewelry box, Amma Ka Dibba. Beautifully, uniquely shaped mountain, known the world over by the beautiful symmetry that she has. First glimpse of the goddess, Mount Everest on the left there, as we walk towards her. Stone canes are put there to commemorate the people who get killed on the mountain. So the mountaineers who die, they are made, the other team members would make a stone cane like that to show this person was here and he passed away. Base camp, 17,500, all camps are on ice and snow. We spent 6 weeks here and this is the most complete life that I ever had. The red tents are for mountaineers, one person to a tent, a 6 foot by 7 foot space. Anything you need is in arm's reach and you lack nothing. I could speak to them once in 2 weeks on a satellite phone because it was expensive. And I must say, while she's here, because then I got a certificate for that it wouldn't have happened without her support, really. When the opportunity came in the shape of a phone call from a batchmate who was in IT saying, the Intelligence Bureau is planning an expedition to the summit, to the Everest, and I can't make it. So the first person I thought of was you, 10 o'clock in the night. This is February 2007. So she looked at me and said, what did he say? I said, this is what he said. So she thinks about it for a few moments and says, when you go, please get a maths teacher for the kids. Rather than saying, what are you thinking of? The kids are 15 and 17-year-old girls. I just go away like that, not bothered about us. So I feel it was more courageous of her than of me. I was being selfish, pursuing a very near impossible dream. And she was allowing me to do that, knowing all the risks. So back to the base camp. Avalanches happen all the time. The speed is 150 to 100 kilometers an hour, so you can't escape them by running away. This is the Khumbu ice fall, the infamous place for 50% of casualties take place here. It's an ice fall because, like a waterfall, it's a 500 feet thick sheet of ice falling down 2,000 feet and breaking them into blocks of ice maybe as large as this building, coming down at 3 feet a day. So it's changing shape all the time. This is the setup. On the bottom left, you'll see the base camp, and you can see the summit at the top middle. Lovely day that day. Entering the Khumbu Icefall now takes about 5 hours to go up, and you don't cross it once, you cross it 10 times. Because you will have 4 acclimatization climbs, you will go up and come back 4 times, so 8 crossings. 9th time you go for the summit, and 10th you come back to the base camp. You can see climbers there deep inside, like small black dots, vertical faces. Climb in the night because the weather is uncertain in spite of all weather forecasting agencies. Everest is a big enough massive to create its own weather. So you climb in the night to the summit, reach there early in the morning, and get off the summit back to the camp fort by midday or late afternoon. So the last climb is in the night. And the last 2 days are a marathon climb because camp 3 to camp 4 you take about 8 hours, take a 4-hour break, and then 18 hours more through the night and back to camp 4. So this is camp 1, 19,000 feet. Onwards towards camp 2. Now you can see the Everest clearly. That huge massive in front is the Mount Everest, and the mountain to the right is the 4th highest mountain in the world, Lhotse. Camp 2. That's a picture on camp 2, and at the back that snow slope you see right up is called the Lhotse face. It's a 5,000 feet wall of ice and snow which you climb in 2 days. We climb half of it, camp in the middle of it, and then go ahead towards the summit, which is on the left. The peak you are seeing is Lhotse, and Everest is towards the left. A long line of climbers going up Lhotse face. You can see a camp in the middle. Bad place to be caught in an avalanche. It will just wipe you out. No way to escape, no way to run. Camp 3, it's on a slope. There is no flat ground, so we have ropes between the tents as well. And instances where people came out to answer a call of nature were not anchored to a rope. They slipped and then they fell 2,000 feet. There's nothing to stop your fall. And interestingly enough, I was absolutely in good health till then. I was one of the older members at 44. All the youngsters would make fun of me. They would bet against me. Ye nahi pahunchega. And I used to joke that I am the old model guy, better material, more solid from inside. You guys are taking medicines for blood pressure. I had required no medication till then. But here when we reached, in the earlier ferry climb, we had put our ration here which got stolen. So when we reached there, we had nothing to eat, no lunch, no dinner, no breakfast for the next day. I washed myself for electron, like glucose powder, and I had loose motions. So half the night I was sitting outside there. I remember the place very distinctly. It was somewhere right here. So, and dehydration, but that was the last chance because going to the summit, wouldn't have thought of turning back. Yellow band, 25,000 feet, a limestone band because the mountains came out of the sea. So this is a limestone band of the yellow band at 25,000 feet. Geneva spot onto Camp 4, 26,000 feet, South Pole. This is how the mountain looks like that from there. And now we climb in the night. We left at about 8:30 in the night, reached at 8:39 in the morning. I was a slow climber and went back to the camp. This is how it looks like in climbing in the night. Such scenes are common. We find dead bodies lying there because they are nearly impossible to bring back. You might risk more lives getting the bodies down. So normally they are dropped in crevasses or left like that. South summit, which is a false summit, and as you look towards the summit from here, this is what you see. The Hillary step, the second most difficult part after Khumbu Icefall, named after you know who, and the joke is that there's a 12,000 feet fall into Tibet on the right, and there's a 10,000 feet fall to the left in Nepal. So the joke is, if you want to live longer, fall into Tibet. Because we fall for 2,000 feet more. Maybe 2 more seconds to live. That's the summit of Mount Everest, that's how it looks like. The record number of Indians on top that day, 10 from us, our team and 9 from the army team. That's me on the summit. I wanted to take off all my oxygen mask, all my headgear to really get a feel of how that place is. The air, the temperature, the ambience. And the tradition is you take something of your family for the goddess. So I carried my family picture there, wife and 2 daughters, and left it there. The view from the top. There's Kanchenjunga far away if you see the top right corner. Third highest mountain in the world. Heading down, already weather was bad. This is 9:30 in the morning. A storm was hitting us from the Chinese side, as keeps happening. And interestingly, 80% of the deaths happen on the descent. So descending safely is so much more difficult. And this is right at maybe 28,800 feet, just below the summit. Back to Camp 4, South Col, back to base camp. Interestingly enough, out of the 15 climbers who were chosen to go, out of the 13 male climbers, 8 of the male climbers made it to the top. In the ladies, both the ladies made it to the top. So big hand to the ladies. This is one of my favorite quotes from Sir Hillary. Some interesting pictures. There was a overcast day, and you can see one solitary spot of light hitting the summit like that. This is moonrise over the west shoulder of Everest, taken from base camp. Nupse. The colors are a little wrong there, but anyway. Beautiful cloud dispersing into rainbow colors, and this is the summit again. Thank you.